Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I'm here with my teacher from Flyhigh. I wanted to introduce you guys to Mr. Mohsin Raza. He has been a mentor of mine for just over a year now. I joined him on an online class to basically learn English. And I've been learning from Mr. Mohsin Raza for, like I said, just over a year now. And he's helped me quite a bit. And as you can probably tell, he's helped me with my speaking patterns, my accent, and just general overall pronunciation of words. And before, when I met Mr. Mohsin Raza, I wasn't really familiar with English in general. I was familiar with English movies, songs, but never quite understood what they were talking about. But now, spending a year with him under his mentorship, it's really changed my perception of the world, and it really made me realize that English is a very powerful tool. Now, like I said, I'm here finally visiting and meeting Mr. Mohsin Raza in person, and it's a pleasure, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you very much, Jawad. I am very much happy, and thank you very much for paying visit to my home today. And as you know, we are going to see someone today. जवाद जिनका ताल्लुक इस्लामाबाद से है और पिछले 1 साल से मेरे साथ मुंसलिक हैं, और आज काफ़ी देर से रब्ता करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि आपसे मिलना है सर। तो मैंने कहा वाई नॉट, आप जब मर्ज़ी आएँ। आज ये मेरे पास आए हैं और रमज़ान भी है, तो हमने किसी जगह भी जाना था, तो मैंने कहा चले हम जगह जाते हैं। और इनसे मिलके मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई, and I'm very much happy that he's really very fluent in English now, and he's really working on his accent, on his pronunciation, and inshallah he's going to achieve a lot of things in his future life. उन्होंने मुझे कुछ पूछा कि सर आपका जो एक जर्नी है जिसमें आप हमें बता रहे हैं कि इंग्लिश मैंने कैसे सीखी, उसमें आप ऐड करें कि स्टूडेंट्स कहाँ से सीखें, कहाँ से उनको स्टार्ट करना चाहिए, कहाँ से अपनी मंजिल का जो है वो आगाज़ करना चाहिए। तो मैंने इनको ये कहा कि सबसे पहले तो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को जो मोटी मोटी चीज़ें हैं, जैसे ग्रामेटिकल सेंस है, उसको सीखना चाहिए। तो उसके लिए इंशाल्लाह ताला जो सफ़र शुरू है, जो एक जर्नी जारी है, उसमें मैं बताऊंगा कि आप अपनी ग्रामर कैसे ठीक करनी है, जैसे मैंने सीखा वैसे इनको बताऊंगा। और having met Mr Jawad, I'm really very much pleased that he improved himself, and all the way from Islamabad he just came to see me, and I'm really very much excited. And now we are heading towards some institution where I'm going to deliver a lecture today. Inshallah that will be on air in coming life. So I just want to ask Jawad कि जवाद आप और क्या सीखना चाह रहे हैं, आप अपने आप को किस स्टेज पे लेके जाना चाह रहे हैं लैंग्वेज के ओवरऑल चीज़ों में, और आपका जो विजन है लाइफ को लेकर के कि आप क्या बनना चाहते हैं, वो भी हमसे शेयर करें थोड़ा सा।
So the main thing that I realized when I met you online, Mohsin bhai, was the biggest thing that changed your life was learning English, right? And you told me that it was a passion of yours, and that thing kind of was very affectionate towards me as well. It made me realize that English can change your life, and hearing your life story was truly an inspiration. From you starting out it just in like a normal Pakistani boy who,
because in those days we didn't have internet, and
yes,
we didn't have a lot of facilities, unfortunately, which we're having now. And I used to go to historical places and libraries and museum where I could come across people from different countries, and I had a chance to communicate with them. So that really boosted my confidence and gave me opportunity to speak with native speakers. And but nowadays you can see there are a lot of material online. Students can go online on YouTube especially, and they watch movies. They can watch a lot of other things which can help them to improve their English. Yes, passion is very very important. If you don't have a passion, you can't go ahead. So to achieve anything or to go ahead and to make progress in life, you need to be very passionate, and the passion can really help you to achieve whatever you're thinking. So your vision is also based upon your passion. If you're not passionate, your vision is blurry, and with a blurry vision you can't make progress.
So that was a true inspiration of mine, learning of how you struggled towards learning English and then finally achieving that goal and then surpassing that goal by going to England, which is a dream of mine as well. Going to England with like living with people who are native English speakers, just learning from them. That's a great goal of mine.
As I told you that I had a passion for learning English and I was very much fond of learning accent and right pronunciation. So I thought it will be opportunity if I happen to go to England, America or any English speaking countries. Luckily I applied for visas because I wanted to do something in communication, and I was granted visa and I went there and I worked hard. I studied from Bedfordshire University, where I met very good English teachers, and the whole environment actually helped me to improve my accent and to improve my English. I also said goodbye to hesitation which I had before I moved to UK, and the sole purpose was to improve myself, to seek knowledge and to upgrade my personality.
I think self-betterment is the goal that I've learned from you. And again, living in Pakistan, when I wasn't really familiar with English-speaking people, I wasn't really good at talking in English. There weren't any opportunities to me. I could only make around 20,000 PKR, 25,000 PKR, but learning from you has helped me increase my pay as well. Now I'm getting paid a lot more because I'm coming across as someone who is a very well-educated person, simply because I'm talking in English.
Yeah, that's great, because nowadays what is happening, we are very much connected with the international community, and we need to know English language. And if you're not even connected with the international community, knowledge is the power, and knowledge pays you. If you're learning something, that is your skill, and if you're a skillful person, obviously your skill is going to make your life better and easier in your life, and you're going to bump into a lot of benefits in terms of finance. And I hope if you keep improving yourself, you're going to make your life better and your future full of progression.
Well, I appreciate that. So Mohsin sir, I had a question for you. What do you make of just generally in Pakistan, the trend of anyone who speaks English is a well-educated person? Is that a good perception to have?
Well, English is a language, and if someone is speaking English language, it's a skill, and I think if any person is a skillful, we should respect him.
I definitely agree with that.
The perception, because we had a British Raj in subcontinent, so people, they're still having a perception if someone is having a knowledge of English, he's a very educated person, but it's not necessary. A lot of people are not educated, they're very good English speaker.
The reason I ask you this is because obviously you've been in England.
Yeah.
Everyone over there speaks in English, so speaking in English is not really a standard of education over there. But considering in Pakistan, I personally feel anyone who's able to speak in English is at least reasonably educated. They've been to high school, they've probably been to college and university, so it kind of simply qualifies them as a well-educated person. Do you agree with that?
Well, as I told you earlier, that if you know how to speak English or any other language, it's a plus point in your personality. And in Pakistan, if someone knows English, I think we should respect him because he has got an extra skill, an extra mile he has done in his life. And in England or in any English-speaking country, if someone is speaking English, it's supposed to be very general, like we speak Urdu here.
Yeah.
If someone is speaking Urdu, we're not very much impressed with that person because we all know the language anyway, right?
Yeah.
But if someone is speaking very good Urdu, very posh Urdu, and using a very unique words, then we appreciate.
Yeah.
And I think if someone has gone an extra mile in learning something, we must appreciate, and we must make that person inspiration for us to follow, because this is something extra he has achieved in his life, and I think he should be, or he must be appreciated.
From what you're saying, I understand is that basically when you're learning towards something and you're adding as an extra skill, is something that should be revered. That's something that should be respected. And I agree with that, because if you're working towards something, like you mentioned, people in English-speaking countries, English is just normal to them, but they are not educated enough to speak a second language, right? And us in Pakistan speaking Urdu, and some people also speak Punjabi and Urdu, so which is typically very good, but when you add another foreign language on top of it, it's an additional skill, and you're actually learning a lot of things. And your point about proper Urdu speakers, I don't know how to speak proper Urdu, even though I'm a native Urdu speaker. I don't understand a few words which shires.
Yeah, for the poets. Yeah, for that, what we need to do, we need to read books, Urdu books, which can help us to improve our vocabulary, and we can know a lot of unique and old Urdu words which normally we don't speak in our day-to-day language. And but you know, we have to go an extra mile, as I earlier said. We have to do something extra in order to achieve something. We need to put an effort, you see. And if we're not putting effort, we can't achieve that particular thing.
So one thing that I never quite asked you, even though I've been with you learning for about a year or so,
yeah,
how did you get into teaching?
Well, actually my background motivated me to become a teacher. So my parents, they were teacher, and then I thought it's a very, very beautiful profession, and why not to become a teacher. So when I was in Pakistan, I taught for about 5-6 years, and after that I left for England in 2006. Then I left teaching, but I taught in England for some times. Then, you know, I changed my profession from teaching to sales. But the only reason was I wanted to improve myself, and I thought that my parents were respected a lot by the students. So I thought that I should also follow the footprints of my parents and become a teacher, because it's a profession where there is an honor and prestige. So in order to pick up the prestige, I selected this profession to get in my life, and I became a teacher. And whenever I come back to Pakistan to visit, what I do, I normally go to different institutions and teach whatever I know, just to motivate myself and to tell them whatever I have learned from.
Like we're going to Enablers today.
Yeah, like we're going to Enablers today, and yeah, that's it.
So that's a really inspirational thing for me, because when I started learning from Sir Mohsin, one of the key things was his just general attitude towards teaching people. From learning from you and from listening to you, I can definitely tell you that you're not in it for the money. You're in it for the prestige of it and the grace of teaching, the respect that comes with it. And that's something I think which is truly inspirational. There's not a lot of people out there in the world which are just doing something for the passion of it, not looking to get something back out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm just passionate, and well, I can. My profession, actually, my finance are very much connected with England, not in Pakistan. So the sole purpose is to motivate myself and to give something to the people of Pakistan, to my country. I just want to contribute to my society, and this society has given me a lot.
So sir, it was a real pleasure finally getting to meet you in person, and then learning from you online was truly an experience, but meeting you in person is something which is a cherry on the top, as people say. So it was really good meeting you, and thank you for all your effort towards me and improving me.
Thank you very much, Jawad. I'm also very much happy, and it's really an honor for me that you're here to see me, and I wish you best of luck. You're such a lovely man, and we would see each other soon in the future to hold more sessions to learn from each other as well. And thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much coming from Islamabad.